Last night, you talked about, like you said, you liked your team's effort, but you talked about decision making with the puck and maybe needing to make better decisions. Or how do you go about doing that?
I think we've done a lot of that over the last 15, 17 games. I thought the game, Utica played really good. They played physical. They had numbers back. They were very committed to not giving up any odd man rushes. So they had 3 or 4 guys back most of the night, and you have to play behind them. You just have to simplify. I thought we complicated our puck decisions. I thought our D moved the puck incredibly slow and unpredictable. And then therefore, our forwards, I thought, didn't do a good enough job finding support or simplifying decisions to the neutral zone. We're at our best when we're a transition team. The only way you can create transition is to force turnovers. You can't force turnovers if you're turning the puck over so much. You're now just chasing the game.
What's it going to be like to see Cedar Quest in a Laval jersey?
I'm happy for Moose that he's in a spot. He's playing a lot. He's on a good line. He's a great kid. He competed his tail off for us for a year and a half. I wish him all the success after tonight.
I was going to say after tonight. I know it's only been a couple weeks since he was traded, but was he a fun guy to have around? Had some pretty big moments over his 2 years here?
He was really good. He's a really good person. He's got a real strong work ethic. I enjoyed coaching him. He gave us a lot of good minutes. Was really good for us last year in helping secure a bye and then also throughout the playoff run. So, it'll be great to see him. I have nothing but good things to say about Moose.
Laval, they lost in regulation last night. They're kind of on a heater of late.
Not kind of. They're on a heater.
So what has anything changed from where they were? 2 months ago when you last saw them, they were last in the division. Now they're third.
Well, I think a couple things. One, their lineup's better. That's the American League. You go through these crazy times, and we have as well, where you're injury depleted or you're call-up depleted or whatever it is, and you're in a bit of survival mode because you have a lot of guys out of your lineup. So they were in that mode for a little bit, combined with their goaltending wasn't very good early on. Dobesh has been excellent for them in the last 4 weeks or so. They signed the Finnish kid. I'm not going to be able to pronounce his last name, but I think he's at 94%. Kaskasuo. When you get, Dobesh was at 86%. Now he's at 895, right? So that means he's probably been clipping 92% over the last month or so. So when you're getting 92 and 94% goaltending, and you have a strong, healthy lineup like they do now, you're going to win, and they are right now at a high level.
You talk about lineup and being healthy. I don't know if we saw it wrong. Did Byro leave at one point the bench last night?
Yeah. He'll be out today.
Okay. Is he day-to-day, week to week, you're not sure?
I don't know yet. He's out today, and we'll go from there.
So if he's out then, as you're kind of reorganizing the lines, would that affect? Yesterday you were talking about how Kulik was challenged with being on the wing. Does he have to go back to center now?
We'll see. Yeah, potentially. That's one of the options. It's early in the morning. We're still piecing that all together, just getting the information of who's available and who's not tonight.
Okay. You talked about him last night. I think the wording you used was emotionally fatigued a bit, coming off of World Juniors. Is this just like another challenge in his career?
Yeah. Listen, he played good last night. He played fast. He played hard. He had scoring chances. He could have easily had 2 goals. I have 0 issues with the way Yuri Kulik played last night. He was one of our better players last night. But I do think he's a notch mentally, emotionally below where he was before World Juniors, and it's natural. It's a long season, pro hockey anyway, for any 18, 19, 20-year-old kid, and then you throw in the World Juniors and the emotional and physical toll of that, and the international travel and no break and all of those things, and it's real.
When you've seen players that have gone through those moments, is it as simple as they get a goal and it all comes back? Like, he's got really good numbers against the Val.
No, I don't think it's that simple. I think there's, rest is a weapon, and so, he's going to score. I have 0 worries about that. He could have had 2 or 3 last night. The one like we talked about last night, the goalie never saw, happened to hit his shaft of his stick, 5-hole, that would have been a goal, easy. So it's not, but it isn't as easy as just scoring. I mean, throughout the year, there's ebbs and flows of your emotional and physical energy, and you have to manage that. The older you get, the more you understand how to do those things and how to be a really good player, an effective player on a night you don't feel as good or you don't have it physically. And those are learning lessons, he's going through right now.
Do you have a starter tonight?
Comrie will start tonight.
Is he, I guess with this team, like early in the year when we talked about Laval, you always refer to them as chaotic. Is it good to have a guy like that who can calm it down?
Yes. Laval plays a very pressure-oriented style. They shoot a lot of pucks. They can make the game chaotic for you. And all of our goaltenders are a little more experienced, but Com's, is a guy that has a tremendous amount of experience both at this level and the NHL level, and he has a nice way in the net. He does provide a calming presence for our group.